Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Under the Gun. I am Jon Friedberg, and we are in the very last week of the World Series. We are in the main event. There are a few days left in the main event before we get down to the final 9 players, which of course resumes in November. Fortunately, I'm still in. I can't necessarily say I'm super thrilled with my stack at the moment, but anything can happen in No Limit Hold'em. I am certainly not critically low, but I am in my comfort zone, and I do expect to do well in the main event, despite the fact that I don't have as many chips as I did earlier in the tournament. But that said, I have been keeping track of some hands, and I fully expect to do a show more on strategy after the World Series. I've really been playing some really interesting hands and have some good things to talk about, and I'll probably invite some guests in to speak about the hands as well and get their opinions and whatnot. But that being said, I still, of course, have not had any sort of update on my Under the Gun challenge. I haven't played online at all, although I did play a few tournaments on Sunday. But aside from that, I have not made any progress in my cash game challenge, and that's pretty much the only Under the Gun challenge I have right now. I will say, though, that I'm noticing there's some haters. There's some people that are doubting that I can win $100,000 on UB playing in No Limit cash games, and I certainly hope to prove them wrong. However, the real purpose of this goal, or this challenge I should say, is a learning experience. It's sort of to document my progress of transitioning from a tournament player to a cash game player, and I expect to learn a lot along the way, and it's going to be fun, and I hope to prove everybody wrong. But without further ado, I have 2 lovely guests on the show today, and I have mentioned a few times about having pretty women and guns. Well, that episode is finally here. So today I'm going to have Liv Boeree and Lauren Kling on the show, and we're going to talk a little bit about poker and other stuff. And then, unless they chicken out, I'm going to take them out to the desert outside of Las Vegas. I'm going to bring a few of my guns, and we are going to tear some shit up. I got some fruit, I got some cans, I got some all kinds of stuff we're going to shoot at. It's going to be a lot of fun. But with that said, let me get my guests on the show, Miss Liv Boeree and Lauren Kling. So Liv and Lauren, thank you both so much for coming on the show. I'm going to get right to the point. Are either of you single? I mean, that's really what we all want to know.
It's a very personal question, John. No, I'm not single.
Okay.
I'm not either.
Damn it. Okay. Well,
We're dating each other.
Yeah, we are.
Oh, really? Okay. I was going to end this interview, but we could go somewhere with this. I'm just kidding. So, overall, how has your experience been? Liv, I know you had a life-changing experience recently winning the EPT in Italy.
Yep,
San Remo. But both of you, as like sort of the up-and-coming, you know, probably 2 of the best female poker players right now, what's it like being, I mean, such a common question, but what's it really like in such a male-dominated industry being, you know, attractive females that are better than most of the men you play with?
I think it's pretty awesome. I love it. I mean, I don't know whether I agree with the statements. You know, I think I'm maybe one of the best out there, but I definitely don't think I'm the best or anything like that.
You don't think you're attractive?
I have my moments. I have my moments when the Photoshop is done right.
Right.
No, I mean personally, I love the industry. I love the reception that I get being a girl. Generally, we're always treated really well. People are always pleased to have you at the table. You often get a lot more action because of it, you know, at the tables as well. So, yeah, it's a good thing for me.
I'd say it's both. It can be a really good or really bad thing. It just depends. You get some guys who will not want to let you win a pot, and then you get other guys who will want to give you their money. So I'd say it's really probably a different experience than any guy can have. And also, being a female, you really have to earn your respect. And, you know, you just had a major win, so I'm sure you earned a ton of respect from that. But until you have that big success or big win, I think it's much harder being a female in terms of earning the respect from the poker community.
Yeah, I mean, I've noticed it's very easy for girls to get pigeonholed into, you know, oh, she's there because of the way she looks and so on.
Exactly.
Oh, she probably isn't any good at poker because she takes pretty pictures. Those 2 things aren't mutually exclusive.
Exactly.
Well, it really is usually the case. I hate to say it, but I mean, you're right. You do naturally get stereotyped, I'm sure. But anyway, so getting back to the single thing, or not single thing, why is it that the pretty women are always taken? And when, like, it seems like they're always taken and there's never, like, a wide enough window for, like, guys to jump in and...
Are you talking from experience, John?
Well, I think I've had some luck on my end.
Yeah.
So I don't really complain. I have a beautiful girlfriend. But it always seems like the pretty girls are just never available.
I don't know
Obviously,
what to say. I
you
guess
two aren't
it's-
available, so we can't answer that question. So
Yeah, but also, I mean, if you're surrounded by guys all day or you're playing online all day, how are you going to meet people?
that's
So,
true.
I mean, yeah, the pretty girls probably aren't all taken, but maybe in this industry.
Yeah.
That's a good point. So, Liv, on that note, what's it like for you dating another poker player when one of you has a good day and maybe one of you has a bad day? I mean, does it take both of you having good days in order to, have a nice evening together? Or if one of you loses, does it often, like, cause some tension?
No, never between one another. I mean, obviously, if one of us is having, a bad run of series, bad run of tournaments, they obviously going to be more down in the dumps than if the other one's doing really well. But then, you just got to help each other. We both understand what it's like as poker players, which I think is much more valuable than any potential downside of someone having a bad time. We can support each other. We understand each other. I mean, Ali's wonderful. I mean, he's been helping with my game so much. I mean, if it wasn't for him, I probably don't think I would have been able to win San Remo. I just wouldn't have had, that my game wouldn't have changed enough and improved enough, able to win such a major tournament. So no, I'm incredibly grateful for his help and everything, his support, and similarly, I support him. If he busts out in a horrible way, gets cold decked or something, he can always come and I'll understand, whereas I think some people, if they have a girlfriend that doesn't play poker, go tell them some horrible bad beat and they won't get it.
Yeah, there's probably nothing worse than finishing like 11th in a tournament and then having your girlfriend be like, "Oh, but baby, you did such a great job. I mean, there were 2,000
awesome.
players and you finished in 11th. That's so good."
Well, yeah, exactly. You just want someone to say, "Yeah, but you were trying to win the tournament. You did the right thing," but who can commiserate. So yeah, it's a great thing. I really like it, and it's nice having someone to, when you're traveling on tour, they're there with you. It's a good, moral support team.
Okay, good. So let's talk about artillery. Let's talk about guns and weapons.
Yeah.
All right. I know you're a heavy metal girl. I know that you're probably,
I got my bullet belt
Actually, you have a
on.
bullet belt on,
Shut
so
up.
clearly
Oh,
you're
Look
a
at
fan of
this.
guns.
I wore it especially.
That's awesome.
We
Yeah.
might have to shoot some of those, but
Yeah.
have either of you ever shot any guns?
I have.
Yeah, I have to.
Like
Yeah.
in an uncontrolled environment?
No.
No? You have?
Uncontrolled.
Well, I mean, to define uncontrolled, I mean, I'm not talking about hanging off the back of a pickup truck, swinging around or anything.
Because that's what we're about to do.
Yeah, I mean, I've done I sort of grew up on a farm. So
Oh, okay.
My family have always had shotguns and that sort of thing, and we'd put beer cans and bottles and stuff and shoot across them in the field. So I mean,
Okay.
if that's uncontrolled, then yeah, that's what I've
That's
done.
pretty uncontrolled. Well, that's actually what we're about to do. I have a few guns that I wanted to take you two out to the desert and thought we could have some fun with them. I have a shotgun, which I actually haven't even fired yet.
Oh,
I
God.
bought it specifically for this.
Do you have to have a license for this stuff?
Let's not talk about
Okay.
any sort of legal.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. No, you don't have to have a license.
Really?
The state of Nevada is really interesting. You can legally own a machine gun here. No problem. Although
Wow.
you do have to get a permit for that. You have to get FBI clearance or something.
wow.
But you can own a machine gun in the state of Nevada, and you can actually carry a gun on your belt, just like a cop does. Any random person can go around town without a permit carrying a gun on their belt. It's legal
terrifying.
here. Now it
That's
can't be
crazy.
concealed. You can't put it inside of your
Right, but as long
coat
as
or
someone
anything.
can see it.
As long as
then
anybody
it's
can see it.
legal.
But if you walk into a casino, they have the right to ask you to,
Remove it.
check the gun at their whatever. But yeah, you can legally do it. It's a really interesting place. It's like the
I didn't
Old
know
West
that.
out here. Well, I think on that note, we're going to head out to the desert and do some shooting. But before then, is there anything that you wanted to plug or mention before we go?
Just that if this is the last time I ever speak to you people on camera, thank you for your support up until now. I'm very grateful for my 25 years of life.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Any final words for you?
Thank you to everyone for the support. I really, really appreciate it.
Awesome. And hopefully everything goes well. But we are going to follow all safety precautions, and of course we're going to wear ear protection because it's very loud. But anyway, let's get out of here. Let's go to the desert and have some fun. I'm here with Lauren Kling and Liv Boeree, and we've set up some targets. We're going to be shooting 3 guns today. One is this brand new shotgun, which I haven't even fired yet, and basically we'll just be putting the shells in here, and then all you do is push down on this little thing here and pump it, and then fire. This gun is a semi-automatic, so basically you're just going to fire it over and over until it's empty. AR-15. This is basically a military sniper rifle. You just pop it in, pull it back to cock it, and it's good to go. Wow, that was fun. I had a blast. The girls had a blast. The poor desert got beat up a little bit. Some of our targets that we were shooting at got beat up. Not all of them though. But man, that was a great time. I love going out there shooting, and thank you so much for coming along with us on that journey. And we were very safe. Nobody got hurt, fortunately. And like I said, we all had a great time. So on that note, have a great week, and I will see you guys next week.